Hi, I'm Chelly Wood. You might know me from chellywood.com. Welcome to my tiny sewing room. Now, I'm best known for my doll clothes sewing videos, but today we're going to make something different. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a fabric mask to fit most adults and larger kids. This mask is reversible, and you can add felt letters to it if you want. That's of course optional. Before we begin, please go to chellywood.com to download this free printable sewing pattern. There's a helpful link in the description below this video on YouTube. Use the pattern to cut out 2 pieces of fabric. You'll also need some elastic. This is 1/8 inch elastic. Now, when I last checked, there was kind of an elastic shortage. So beading cord, yarn, and even a shoestring will work as a drawstring. I cut my elastic 30 inches long, but I would start a little longer and then plan to trim it back. It needs to wrap around your head 2 times. If you want to add felt letters, now's the time to cut them out, pin them on with straight pins, and then stitch. If you're interested in learning hand embroidery, I have several embroidery tutorials on my website. But stitching them on the sewing machine is just fine. Place your fabrics one on top of the other with what we call right sides facing. That means the pretty sides of the fabric touch. Stitch along the 2 longest edges of the rectangle. You can stitch by hand or on a sewing machine. I recommend the backstitch if you're going to be sewing by hand, and there's a link to my backstitch tutorial in the description below this video too. Invert this 2-ply fabric piece like you see me doing right here. Press the fabric. Your fabric should have 2 unsewn edges now. For each of these unsewn or raw edges, fold once and then a second time, but the second fold is going to be a little deeper. We call this a casing. You can sew the casing on your sewing machine, or you can stitch it by hand. I'm using what's called a whip stitch here. If you need help with the whip stitch, again, I know I sound like a repeat, but I do have a tutorial for that in the links below. My casing is 1.5 centimeters from one end to the other of the depth. Create a casing on both raw edges of the fabric. Attach a safety pin to the end of your elastic or your drawstring, and then send it through the casing. That's why you create a casing, so you can do this. So you push that little safety pin right through the hole, and then you just keep pushing it across, and pull it out. Then you go to the other casing and do the same thing. Once you get to the other side of that casing, you draw the 2 together. We're going to tie a knot at the end of your elastic or your drawstrings. And you'll see me do that here. So I remove the safety pin and then I just whip it around into a knot. And then you're going to want to cinch the sides a little like you see me doing right there. Okay, you're ready to try it on, and here's how to wear it. This is the real me, not the dolly Chelly. I do wear my hair up in a clip like the dolly. For more free printable sewing patterns, including a child-sized mask and a little dolly mask, and for hundreds of free printable sewing patterns, for both crafts and doll clothes to fit dolls of many shapes and all different sizes, remember to visit my website, chellywood.com. printable.com. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos and free patterns, please share them on your favorite social media platforms. It actually helps my website grow if you spread the word. Goodbye.